to my channel. My name is Lisa and welcome to Bust Your Scraps. I believe it's number 6. I really should write this down before I start filming. All right, so today's video I'm going to be working on my one bin that's just got random sizes, ripped, all bunch of stuff. So what I've done is I've gone through this bin and I've pulled out stuff that is heavier. That's got a bit more of a weight to it. I got this bigger piece, I got a smaller piece, and I'm going to be making, or I did already, I'm just going to show you what I did, and then I'm going to show you a fun project I did with the items from the Bust a Scrap. So from this bin, I pulled out all my heavy stuff, and I made whale tails. Holy cow, look at them all. Just a ton of them. I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to keep that out because I want to do that. Just fun whale tails. And so what I did was, obviously, I took my heavy stuff and I cut out whale tails. So this was just a small piece that was left over, and I'm pretty sure I can get one to width. I have this, I got it from Temu, but I have seen it on Amazon, and it cuts really good. But I did notice, since I started selling stuff on eBay, I did notice that if you scan for, search for whale tail, there we go, on eBay, they're much more reasonably priced now than they used to be. I say reasonably priced, they were in their 30s for a while when I was first looking for one before I found this. I think they were like $80 to $100. So depending on what you want to get, if you don't want to buy something on Temu or Amazon, check out eBay. You might be surprised what you find. But yeah, so there is that. I had some of these long strips. These were cut from a 12 by 12 piece down to 9, and to make a journal. So there are 3-inch strips, but instead of making this entire thing out of whale tails, what I did on this is I ended up folding them in half and cutting them in half. I'm just going to trim this really quick. And using this to make tags or journal cards. So I'm gonna just trim this corner. If you saw that one video when I was organizing all these, I did that. So this is my journals. This probably could have been a tag too, but I know my journals were a little bit less full. So I have a whole bunch of these that I rounded that were from that one journal that I made. It was, I think, part of my blue series, where I made a journal that was kind of like a travel themed. So let's put that together, and we're going to use some of these for the project that I'm going to use some of these on. So put these to the side. And so for these, all I did is end up pulling stuff together and making some cuts. Whoops, knocking the glue over. So real easy, and as you can see, I just ended up with a ton of whale tails to use for not only this project, but to have it on hand. And also, I'll be sending some out. I'm going to be they might be out already by the time this video posts, but I've got getting the addresses for the winners from the letters. So I have started to address those, and I'm going to be throwing a couple of these in there probably, and probably a couple of these, and maybe some other fun stuff in with the letters. So the winners get a little bit extra fun stuff on it. I also had these in there. These are actually a thinner digital, but I liked how these squares went, and I've cut some out already where they're like two-sided, or yeah, two-sided, where one side looks like one square and the other side looks like another square. So I thought those would be fun. I think these are the last ones I have, but I just wanted to show you those because I thought those were kind of fun to be able to have two-sided whale tails. I probably won't use it for the project I'm doing today because I actually use the whale tails open and flat. But these would definitely be fun around a tag where one side looks like one and the other side looks like the other. All right, so I also have this fun new container, and I got this through Aldi's. And if you like caramels and you have an Aldi's nearby you, check these out. These are so delicious. I'm not a fan of dark chocolate. I don't like dark chocolate, but this is not bitter like dark chocolate. Got a little sea salt on it. Just so good. They only have them at Easter. We got them last Easter. My husband ran to Aldi's to get some milk, and he saw them, and he grabbed some up. So they only come out, I think, at Easter, or they're just hard to find. So I'm going to use this for my whale tails. And this is going to be a fun little container, I think, to keep all these for a while and be able to keep them out and go from there. Yeah, that's a good fit. Oops. And we close it, and whale tails. I love it. All right, so let me show you the project that I'm going to be working on to use these whale tails. All right, so I pulled out a couple whale tails. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to use, and I've got my scraps and my journal cards. I'm going to put my package of whale tails away, and so this is what I made. And basically what it is a flat whale tail as a item, and this is really just kind of like a layered, just keep layering scraps. So I got a scrap behind it. I have one of mine, I don't know if I really call them scraps, but I've got these books that have small pieces in there, but I could definitely use scraps. And then I have this sheet, which was from just some random papers that I have, and then one of my journal cards. So it's just layer upon layer upon layer. Oh, and one of my little tidbits on top. I also thought I could use maybe some of the stamped, the freebie for my Ko-fi account, where you can stamp your own labels, or I've got some tickets. So just a couple little things randomly, but I really want to try to use a bunch of scraps for it. So let's start with, I grabbed a few. I probably should have grabbed a base first, but this one might be fun with this. And I do that. That might be fun with that. This orange card's pretty. This one's pretty thin. I might have to back it. So this one's pretty big. Try that. And do we have a small one that we could use? I say, why not? Okay. Oops. Where'd it go? There it is. Like I lost it. All right. I have them sorted. I don't know if I'll get all these done, but I don't think they should take too long. Everything is pretty well made. It just needs to be picked out, right? That could be fun on there. That could be fun on there. I don't necessarily want to use them on all of them. That could be fun on there. Let's start with that. And I've got a pile of tickets here. And these are really just fun accents. Oh, I never found one for that one. Oh well. No problem. All right, there's a couple tickets for some of them. All right, so let's find a scrap. I think I'm gonna have to, I just noticed this. I'm gonna have to find a new container for this, or somehow tape it closed, because it has come apart. Okay, this has got some blue and yellow. This could be, a fun layer on here. And I'll get a tidbit for that. And go on there, but I think it might be a little small. This might be okay. But I wonder if I want something a little bit... if I want something a little bit more with pictures. Well, that is super pretty. It doesn't totally go with rulers, but I really do like it. It's pretty. I could probably actually put both on there. We'll have to see. All right, and then I've got that green one here that needs something in this kind of peachish one. This is a fun peach. Let's rip that one. I hope you're all doing well. I probably said that. We had a busy day yesterday. We went and bought a new grill because the old one's starting to get rusted out. It gets used a lot. My husband actually puts it in the, just save that. My husband actually puts it in the garage during the winter so we can barbecue in the winter. I just want to rip a little bit of this off. There we go. Had a little bit of white on the edge, probably from the digital being printed. Yeah, so he likes to cook in the winter too, so we get quite a bit of use on it. And I think he said the one we had was from 2013, which seems a little long. But who knows? And yeah, it finally kicked the bucket. It was rusting out, so the grates were kind of ready to fall through. And yeah, so we went and bought a new one at Menards. Got a good deal on it, but we had to put it together yesterday. And we had gone grocery shopping earlier, and I didn't know we were going to be doing this also. So it was quite the day. I was quite spent by the end of the day. So I'm so happy to be able to just sit and craft today. I did do some laundry this morning, so a little bit busier than not doing anything. Okay. All right, that was reversible, but I do like that side. But now that I'm looking at that, I think I actually like that one. I'll see what paper I find to go underneath there. This is kind of interesting. And I'm liking that one. Yeah, so we did that yesterday, and we did not use the grill yesterday, but we are using the grill today, so I'm quite excited about that. All right, I think that might be enough for it. We'll find the little bitty tidbits that we can add to it when we get something near the top. But all right, I want a little bit of a little bit of an invoice underneath it. Yeah, I like that. And I'd actually throw that one on there. I just like the lines on those, a little bit different. Oops, I had it pulled out. All right, is there something with... that, and I actually have an invoice on that. probably got these at Temu, and I don't use them enough, but there's some fun stuff in there with invoice headers and stuff. I'll have to think about a project for these. I haven't really looked at them in a while, but there's some fun ones in here. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to think of a project for those. Okay, I think I might have them all ready to go. So let's just attach, and we'll just start from there. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the new grill, and move this a little closer. I'm going to be using it today. A new grill and chicken sandwiches. We're having chicken sandwiches for dinner. Okay, I think I might put that over there and over there, and glue. Yeah, so fun stuff. Busting my scraps. Started out making just a whole bunch of whale tails for numerous projects. And then using the pre-made, or the scrap buckets, just picking scraps out of there. And then using those bases that I made. I can remember there's one set of these label numbers that I did print on sticker paper, and I don't always remember which ones they are. Now this is a little thicker. This is a whale tail. Now this idea of doing a flat whale tail, I think, and I saw it recently, wasn't really a project necessarily, but I believe I saw Kayla Gustinelli making little clusters with flat whale tails, if I recall correctly. It's been a hot minute since I saw it. I mean, not more than a week, but I think that was her. So she was making clusters. So I'm not really making clusters-ish with them. But yeah, that's where I saw the idea for it. So I hesitated because I caught this on the side of my eye. But yeah, I don't like it. All right. I'm like, where did I put those? Now, I mean, this doesn't have to be a tidbit for this. This could definitely be a, putting more of a flower on top of here, or adding, you know, a bird or something. At this point, I could just stop. I also have my my I think this might be too big. Cover up the tab too much. Paint strip clusters. Let's save that one for that one. I'm going to keep it out. I just feel like I want something bigger there than just the tidbit number. Not to say that I won't put the tidbit number on there too, but I used this on a recent project. I forgot I had them, and I really like them. Especially how they're like a thinner washi tape. Isn't that funny how you get something, you use one, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember those. Those are fun. Okay, so I'll put a little tidbit there, and then I think I'm gonna be happy. I think the other part that was throwing me off was that there was numbers already here, like a little square thing, and that's what was throwing me off. Is I don't want a square thing. I want scissors though. This appears to have been cut wrongly, unevenly when I separated my snippets. So I'll get rid of that, throw a little ink on this, and call this one done. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that one now. Okay. So it's amazing how you go through just trying to get rid of, bust some scraps, and you end up with a fun journal card. I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot. Okay, let's put it up here. And let's go with this one. Now, not totally a fan of the straightness of that, so I'm gonna do that. I think a lot of this will be cut. Covered up, so I think I'm just going to do those two sides, and we'll put that one there, and the ticket. It's just layer upon layer upon layer of fun stuff. I like that flower. You still see the numbers behind it, numbers, and some of these were double-sided and some of them were not. Yeah, I think I like that. All right, we'll find a tidbit when we're all said and done. And we're going to glue some of these on. Appear to have lost some of the tidbits already. And glue. So, of course, I was talking about the chicken sandwiches, and now I can hear my stomach grumble. Then I'm getting hungry. Never fails, right? Okay, we're going to use the... Now, the letters do go up and down instead of sideways, but I'm okay with that because the words go this way correctly, and then the words go this way correctly. So they're really not correct either way if I put that one sideways. And I could put the words up and down. I don't want to cover up that flower too much. I could put the other side, but I thought it was too white. Too light. There we go. I'll put the tidbit across there. Okay. I really did not put that in the right spot. I should have put down this first and moved it over, but that is okay. We can work around that. Yep, I'll find a tidbit that goes. Did you see that? I was trying to do glue on the outside. This is what happens when you start getting hungry, right? Your brain starts to go a little wackadoodle. Okay. I don't mind that one. I should probably keep it out. Now, there's definitely some red on those letters, which I think would be fun to tie that in. Oh, that just flipped out. You're a little small. All right, I think I like that one. Okay, I'm gonna just clip the corners, make it look a little less new, and ink it. And I think this one will be done. So I like it. I packed up a one of my 100-piece orders this morning that is going out on eBay. I love putting those together. Finding all these pieces like this this could very well go in the next batch. One of these. Doing some of my new stuff, going through some of my old stuff, finding little fun tidbits and things and clusters and stuff to add. So yeah, it's been fun to pull those together. And if you haven't taken a look, there is a video on the first one, and then you can look at the link for eBay's in my description below. Needs to be ripped a little farther. As well as I packed up one of the 50-page 6x6 papers this morning too. So I'm hoping the people that got them enjoy them. I did find out from one gal who got one of those that she's gonna be doing a video soon, and yeah, I'm hoping she'll remember to link me, and I'll be able to let you guys all know that she did that, and you can check it out, her unboxing, as they say. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I hope she enjoys the stuff that she got. Put you there and you there. We're gonna actually put you up top and a little tidbit there. Okay. This was a fun one. It was out of a map, and I like using this one as open because if I didn't use it as open, this side would show the words correctly, but this side would be upside down if it was on the top. So it's kind of hard sometimes to make whale tails because you never know, especially if something has writing on it that's going to get flipped up or not. Oh, I do like that one. Oops, I just pushed that off. It's split off its backing. Not the piece I glued to the cluster, but the backing. Okay, this one's pretty thin. So we'll put that there. And tidbit. Oops. Ooh, there's bleacher ticket, emit one. I gotta do that. Let's do that. This is a piece that was stamped on, it feels like a book page. So it's pretty light. Actually, I think I'm gonna use this. It's pretty light. Cute. I actually think I want to put a little bit of a boo-boo tape. You're a bit bright. How about one of these? A little bit of these. I actually might put a little bit. I cut a piece. I'm gonna put a little bit on that one because this has that same kind of green and yellow color. Let's put that there, and let's put this one. Yeah, a little bit of tape there, a little bit of tape there. I like it. I have to close this up temporarily again. And let's do this guy. I'm going to try to keep the stuff farther down so I show that flower. So we're going to want to do that on that, with that, and that. Beautiful. All right, let's do that and go from there. This one's going to be pretty quick. This is a pretty big journal card. I think it was actually digital that I folded in half to make stronger. I did. So this might be fun eventually. Maybe adding some washi tape to the side and making it like a flip out so you could see both sides. I'm going to line it up at the bottom because it does have a straight part on there. Let's put this down first in case the whale tail needs to go on top of it a little bit. gotta change my glue page. It's getting a bit gluey. All right, we're gonna move that up. Okay, and we're gonna put that there. Cross it a little bit. I think we'll put it down there. So that show that how to ship. This was a double-sided one, but the back side is pretty plain, pretty brown. So, I think I want maybe instead of a tidbit, a stamp there. I see these sitting out. All right, I definitely think the orangish one. Put that on there. Yeah, nice and simple. I think a little bit of the orange. These are the clear sticker paper that I got the full sheets of, and I ended up using the alcohol inks just to do the whole sheet. Oh yeah, definitely, I like that. Okay, I think we got one more, and this is the one that I wasn't sure if I was going to, which, it's not reversible, is it now? Okay. I really like that title, but I don't know how to bridge the gap between these two necessarily. I mean, I don't have to use that, that's for sure, but nobody said I couldn't rip it. There we go. I like that a little better. The flowers. Yeah, I don't think I like that. I think might be too busy. I think it might be too busy. Pull the green one out because there's a lot of green in here. That just might be too similar. Oops. Oh, I like that. That is pretty. Let's see what we can do with this one. Need a little bit. Just need a little bit to carry it through. No, I definitely like that one. Okay, let's go with that. We're going to stop second guessing ourselves and thinking about it, and we're just going to go for it. Well, I'd love to hear from you if you've been busting your scraps, and if you're thinking about going through and finding your heavier scraps and cutting them down to make a whole bunch of tabs. Now I did the whale tails, but I do have a tab one too that I could have used. So that would be an option to also try to keep it straight along the side there. Keep the rough edge in there. All right. Looks like I seem to have lost it. Let's go with it. All right, and you are going to need this. And once this is done, I am not sure if there's going to be anything else that needs to go on there, but we will see. We want to put something else. And I do have part of that up there already, but nope, I don't think so. I have this sticker. That's the edge of, I saw it sitting here. These stickers, it was one of the edge pieces, not the actual full sticker. And I thought some yellows and greens would be perfect. And I like it. And I'm gonna trim that off instead of wrapping around because I don't think it was big enough to wrap around. I think I might need some glue though, since it was the edge. I think it was getting a little air beneath the corner. All right, one last thing. I felt like I needed to cover that whale tail up a little bit. It might be a little busier than I would have liked, but that's okay. Just gonna... They can't all be complete winners, right? Seems like there should be one more thing on there, but then again, one less thing probably would have been good. I don't mind it. All right, that's going back in the bust a scrap pile. Now, did I bust a ton of scraps today? I can't say I did. I'm like I'm adding one to it. So, oh, I lost my envelope. There it is. Put that in there, and we'll put this in with my nice, huge whale tail. Container. So, punch your whale tails. Stop at Aldi's to get some dark chocolate sea caramels. Sorry, I'm an enabler. You get out your stack of pre-cut out journal cards that you have rounded the edges of. And any other little fun tidbits you want to put in there. And there you go. You got a whole bunch of new journal cards. I love it. Okay, well, that is going to be it for me today. If you like the video, a thumbs up would be awesome. Help promote the channel. I would truly appreciate it. And please comment below if you've been working on any of busting your scraps or if you've got any ideas for other scrap busting ideas I can work on. Okay, that's going to be it for me today. Thanks so much for stopping by. And as usual, I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye for now.